Hello, dear friends. This is KD Ahire, and currently we are studying about the rural entrepreneurship development. This certificate course is offered by the BBA department, KTHM College Nasik, under this scheme. Right. Dear friends, in our today's session, we are going to deal with very important topic in rural entrepreneurship development. So this topic is not only limited to rural entrepreneurship development, but also all types of entrepreneurship development. That is project appraisal. So here, first we are going to see what we have uh, learned in our previous session. So in our previous session, we have studied about the project formulation. So we also gone through the various aspects of project formulation that will be very much beneficial in entrepreneurship development. About the session agenda. So, in our today's session, we are going to learn about the project appraisal, how we can do the project appraisal. So, in short, appraisal is nothing but the evaluation. So, in this session, we are going to consider the project appraisal or project evaluation. That is one of the very major steps in the uh, entrepreneurship development or to start any kind of business. So let's see some learning objectives behind our today's session. So here, dear friends, in our today's session, the objective behind that is to learner will make aware about the project appraisal and actually how to do project appraisal and the meaning of the project appraisal. So let's start project appraisal. So, project appraisal is nothing but it is a systematic and comprehensive review of the various aspects of our project, right? So, it is nothing but it is the assessment, it is the evaluation of our project by considering the various aspects of our project. So, here it is a systematic and comprehensive review of our project by considering the economic aspects, environmental aspects, financial aspects, social aspects, even technical aspects, and all other such aspects which are directly and indirectly correlate with your business. So here the project to determine if it will meet objectives. So here we have to make the assessment evaluation of each and every aspects of our business in the project appraisal, and here we are going to cross check everything is fine or not, or whatever objective we have established, all our aspects are fulfilling all those objectives or not. So this is a very important step in any kind of business, or here to start any kind of startup, or to enter in the entrepreneurship process. So here it is a systematic and comprehensive review. uh, the project appraisal in all these various kinds of aspects, like technical appraisal, commercial appraisal that we need to consider during project appraisal, even economic appraisal, also financial appraisal, management appraisal. So these are the various kinds of appraisals that we consider basically during the project appraisal. So here, first kind of appraisal, that is the technical appraisal. So basically, technical appraisal, if you see while making the project appraisal, the technical appraisal of the project also need to be taken into consideration, right? Because we have to make sure that all the technical related things, technology related things are accurate, or whatever technology we have selected, or even whatever plan actually we have made with respect to the techniques or technology which we are going to adopt in our business, that are accurate, right? So therefore, in technical appraisal, first things that we consider, that is the selection of process or technology, even scale of operations, even raw material, product mix. These are the again a selection of machinery, plant layout, plant location, technical knowledge or expertise that we will have. So these are the various aspects again then we will consider in the technical appraisal. So if you see in a selection of process and technology, right? So what are the things that we consider basically during the technological appraisal, or in which the selection of process or technological aspects. So here the quality and quantity of products. So while considering the selection of process and or technology, so here we consider the quality and quantity of products. So because here your quality and quantity of products is based on the what type of technology you are adopting, what type of techniques you are going to select, right? If you have selected very cheap technology, even it is available in market in very cheap cost, here you are not going to bear very high cost. But again, that particular technology is not able to produce quality products. Even quantity wise also it's not sufficient to produce a very large a number of products, or whatever things with respect to the quantity of products. So again, it's going to create some kind of problems in future with respect to the quality as well as quantity of your product. So again, here the technology or techniques you are using, or whatever processes you have adapted, that things again here matter. Again, does technology makes use of locally? So here whatever technology here we have adopted, right, or we are thinking to adopt for our business, so this technology should be here either it's easily available, or here you will get the either you will get the expert, or even the operators to handle these machineries, or all things that you have to consider. Again, here you have to make the in detail assessment of the technology. If it's feasible, then we can go. Either if we found that it's not feasible for our business, so so simply we can drop such types of technologies. Even availability of raw material, again here, while selecting the process and technology, even here we need to consider the availability of raw material. If it's required any kind of special raw material, and this raw material is not locally available, and if you need to import that raw material, so from somewhere else, again it may create some extra burden on you, because you required again to spend some amount of money to import that particular raw material. Again, it may increase the costing of production. So availability of raw material, that things also need to be considered, and that things has considered in the selection of process and technology, because here we require a raw material at daily basis, right? So here continuously we require raw material, and availability of raw material is very very important aspects that here every entrepreneur need to be considered while selecting the particular process, or it may be technology. Even does technology protects ecological balance? Again, here nowadays the policies even are also changing. Even the rule, whatever rules and regulations are also changing. uh, Nowadays we are moving towards to protect our environment, so sustainable development. So here we have introduced sustainability in each and every um, concept, or here each and every step, or each and every component of the entrepreneurship. So here we also need to try to adopt such technology which are not create any kind of extra burden on the environment, or which such types of technology will try to here uh, produce some kind of uh, pollution, but some kind of in control form, or we can say uh, less amount of pollution. So here eco-friendly technology that we need to adopt. So here through adopting such types of technology, here somewhere we are also try to minimize the burden on the environment. So such eco-friendly technology might be sometime it may be we need to purchase at a very high cost, but it will again very much essential with respect to environment point of view. So here again, here we need to consider the technology protects ecological balance. Again, if we are thinking to adopt such technology which may have some kind of hazardous impact on the ecology, or maybe health of the people, or maybe on on plants, or even maybe from animals, birds. So again, it will disturb the ecological balance, and again we may face some kind of legal problems in future, again some kind of social problems in the future, and it will overall it will make the very bad impact on our business. Next, that is, we also need to consider technology. Can technology be implemented and maintained by locally available manpower? So here, it is possible or not. Either whenever we try to implement a new technology, so here we required the proper implementation of such types of technologies, and because here the if we consider the manpower, human resource, so here maximum human resource we are getting it from the rural area, because here we have studied about the rural entrepreneurship. So uh, we also need to be consider here, either the human resource that we are going to hire, they may have the proper technical knowledge, or the such types of they either they properly train or not, or they may have the educational proper background to handle such technology or not. So all these things that again we need to consider, and simply we have to think really such types of technology will be really properly implemented in our industry or not. Again, here we need to think about the feasibility of the technology, even cost. Again, important thing that as an entrepreneur that we need to consider while selecting the process or any kind of technology, that is the cost of that process or technology. If the cost of such technologies or processes are very high, so again it may create very kind of a financial burden on the entrepreneur, and uh, some financial management may get collapse. So again, here we have to consider again our financial assets, and based on the our financial assets, the entrepreneur need to take the proper decision while selecting such types of process or technology. Even patents, again such some legal aspects are there, so uh, we also need to be consider while selecting the process or technology. We also need to think about the patents. So if any technology is patent protected, so we have to adopt such technology by through some legal things that we need to go through it, and uh, all legal aspects we need to fulfill, and then we can go for such types of technology while selecting such types of technology, all processes. So all things, all such things we have to consider while selecting the appropriate process or technology for our business. So about the scale of operation, so here the aspects that we need to consider in scale of operation, that is the capital and operating cost. So first, obviously, we also need to think about the capital investment, capital cost of our business. So even an operating cost. So both things need to be combined, and here we have to make the assessment of our financial assets. So if the operating cost is very high, so again here we need to find out some kind of alternatives. Even here we need to rethink about our business, and even operating cost or even capital cost is also very high to start your business, but you are lacking with the financial assets. So you have financial assets, but which are not enough. So again here you need to think to get such again financial help from various financial institutions, or you may again rethink about to some make some kind of modification in your business plan. So so many possibilities are there. So again we need to uh, uh, think about all these aspects of the scale of operation, even economic size and outputs of the projects. So again, the economic size and output of the projects, that things also need to be considered while you are studying the scale of operations. Next, with respect to the raw material, so in a project appraisal, so in raw material, so alternatives of raw material also again here, uh, we also need to be consider, either we have any kind of alternatives for raw material if in future if anything will happen, and we may not get the it may be happen in future if we are not getting the sufficient raw material. So what will be there, what will be your next alternatives for the raw material, or again we should have some kind of backup plan with us. So here, B plan should be there about the raw material. So again, to study about the alternatives for the raw material. So again, this is the we can say it's a part of research and development. So continuous research and development should be take place. So here, uh, that is again one of the important qualities of the entrepreneurs. Then selection of raw material. So here, selection of the proper raw material, sometime it may be happen we may have several option in front of us with respect to the raw material. So here, the selection of the raw material, that is again very important task. So selection of proper and relevant raw material, sometime we may not have several options, so only we have to go for, with this single option, and particular raw material, any specific raw material that need to be used in our business. So that time it's okay, but again here, selection of the raw material, appropriate relevant raw material, even uh, the place from where you are going to import the raw material. So all these things that need to be considered while go to appraisal of the raw material, even locally availability of raw material. So first we have to think about to make sure, or try to make our raw material available in our local area. So here, um, if we have established our business, or we are trying to establish our business in rural area, so first we have to try to get raw material from that particular area only, so it will reduce the cost of even raw material, even it will also reduce the time. So transportation time, transportation cost will get reduced, and it will also helpful again create the market link of your business. So the local people will also get benefited. So here first, here as an entrepreneur, first we need to try to make sure that I will get the raw material in my local area. So that will be always beneficial. If we don't have any kind of option, and again here may not get the raw material in local area, then we can think to import raw material from somewhere else. Then continuous availability of raw material. Again, we need to, as an entrepreneur, we need to make sure about the continuous availability of the raw material. That things also need to be studied in the project appraisal with respect to the raw material, that is the continuous availability of raw material, because here raw material we require continuously, and based on the raw material your production can be take place, even cost and transportation cost of raw material. So here, the cost as well as transportation cost of the raw material, that also need to be assessed while making the appraisal for the raw material. Even with respect to the product mix, so here we also need to be think about the variation in size and quality of product. So we can also go for the various sizes of in our products, as well as the qualities of products. So here it will create very kind of some kind of unique characteristic in the market, and customer will also get the various options, and they will have the choice. And here you can also try to by making the variation in size as well as quality of product. So here we here in future we will also try to attract the variety of customers based on their economic social status, their choices, their behavior. So here again it will create a very good market in future. Again, flexibility in manufacturing also, the flexibility in manufacturing, that also need to be studied. So that things has to be considered in the project appraisal, because flexibility in manufacturing, again it will help us to improve our quality as well as quantity of our products. Then selection of machinery, in which the cost of the machinery, right? Because here first thing that we need to consider is the cost. If the cost of machinery is beyond our limit, so again, why to think about to purchase or to hire such types of machineries which are actually very high cost, and we can't purchase it, we can't afford it. So therefore, again here we have to consider our financial assets, right? Our capacity financially, our financial capacity, that also need to be considered while selecting the machinery. So costing is one of the important factors in selection of the machinery. Even setup time, so how much time it will require for the setup, right? So here setup time also need to be assessed while selecting the machinery. Even processing time and maintenance. So these things, some important factors in assessing or appraising of the machineries has to be considered as an entrepreneur, because these factors are going to make direct impact on the quality as well as quantity of our products. So cost, setup time, processing time, even maintenance, even if we hire, even if we purchase, or even if we have imported a very sophisticated machinery, and which is producing, or we are with the help of this machinery, we are manufacturing a very good product or quality products. Quantity has also increased, but what happened? It has very high maintenance. So here again you need to spend money on the maintenance of that machinery. Again, it may create some kind of financial burden on no, on your business. So therefore, these things are also need to be considered while selection of machinery. So with respect to the plant layout, so here the arrangement of the various production facilities within the production area. So here arrangement of the various production facilities. So complete plan layout of our industry, or of our business can need to be studied or need to be assessed while doing the project appraisal. So proper arrangement of all types of production facilities, production unit, manufacturing unit, or production area, all departments. So all types of each and everything need to be mentioned or consider in the plant layout. Even future expansion in future, for example, after 10 years, if I supposed to um, expand my business or expand my infrastructure, so where I can do it. So all these things here in advance we need to fix and we need to consider. So in future we can very easily expand our infrastructure, even material handling. So uh, where we are going to handle the material, so the particular place for material handling. So right from the here importing the raw material, so handling of raw material to the final products, even sending your products to the market. So all things and all departments, all units, right? here clearly mentioned or here consider in the play plant layout. About the plant location, so here with respect to the plant location, so proximity to market. So here also we need to consider the availability of market. Either if we are sitting or if we are thinking to establish our business in the rural area, but our products may have the good market in the urban area, right? So again it may uh, create some kind of negative impact on our business. For example, suppose you are planning to start uh, malls in rural area, but you know that here the mall culture it is in city or urban area, so you may not get the proper response from the customer in rural area. So again here you need to create the demand for your product, right, or for your services. But the selection of location it's matter, so therefore proximity of to the market that also need to be considered while making the project appraisal. Even availability of labor, so you may require a labor, so availability of labor that will also one of the important aspects in a plant location. Even availability of supporting industries, so because it is the linkage is there, so you require raw material, so raw material supplying industries are there. Again you require machineries, even you require various kinds of services, you require various kinds of, it may be chemicals or whatever, uh, some kind of you require some kind of services or some kind of goods, right? So here you may require the various kinds of supporting industries. So availability of such types of supporting industries that also need to be considered while selecting the location for our business. So availability of infrastructure, power, water, so such types of infrastructure. So while selecting the location for the business, so availability of power, so electricity is one of the major and mandatory component if you are thinking to start a business. So electricity is necessary, even water, availability of water, that are also necessary. So even you also required various kinds of infrastructure to start your business. So availability of infrastructure, easily availability of such types of infrastructure. Next factor that we need to consider while making the project appraisal, that is the climate factors or environmental factors in the respective location where we are thinking to start our business. Because such types of climate factors or environmental factors are directly or indirectly going to make impact on your business, as well as the customer behavior, customer selection, or demand of the customer. Next, that is the commercial or market appraisal. So in commercial and market appraisal, it is concerned with the market for the products or services. So obviously, here we also need to be consider, that is the what type of availability of market is there for our products or services. So here the assessment or study or analysis of the availability of market that has to be considered in the project appraisal. So market appraisal occupies prime place in project appraisal, right? Because here our all types of our economic activities, or maybe selling of our products, is basically depend on the market appraisal, right? Here, because if we have the very good market, and we have the demand of our product in the market, so uh, that is good side for us. And here we have a very huge opportunity. In such circumstances, we may have a very huge opportunity to sell our product or services in the market. So success of the product depend upon the whether product services offered by the project is successfully commercialized. So here commercialization of our product. So if we our product is very good, have the very good commercial value, and it's here have successful to create the demand in the market, So customer is always ready to buy your products or services, and they here what happened here, you have uh, successfully created the demand or space for your products in the market. So the market appraisal or commercial appraisal, again very very major appraisal in the project appraisal. So what are the things that again has considered in the market or commercial appraisal? So such things are involved, such as demand of our product. So the studies can be done in the market appraisal, that is the either our product has demand in a market or not. If our product is not having the sufficient demand in the market, so here we need to work on it and we need to create the demand for our product in the market. Even supply position for the market, even market share, pricing of product, distribution channel, demographic factors, government policies. So these are various important aspects that consider in the commercial or market appraisal, right? Because these all these aspects, all these components play very crucial role. And while making the assessment on all these components, so here we are going to make sure that yes, we have a very good market in our products, or based on all these aspects, so we are going to decide the price of our products, or maybe decide the strategies, market strategies, our future plans for with respect to the marketing or advertising of our product. So based on all these factors, it will very much helpful for us in in our business. Because if we able to sell our products, so then we will be in profit. If we are not able to sell our products or services in the market, so um, here we will not be in profit. So here by considering all the aspects of the business, so this market appraisal is very very essential and very very major aspects. So next is the economic appraisal. So in economic appraisal, the measures the effects of projects on whole economy. So here economic appraisal, here we have to also calculate, or also we have to study it. So what will be impact of our project on the economy of our country? So because ultimately here we are going to help to our country, right? So because here we are going to pay tax, or even we, where we are going to, for example, if we are exporting our goods or services, right, or products in foreign market, so again our country will get the foreign currency. So so many things are there which are directly or indirectly helping to the economy of our country. So whole economy and the importance of our projects. Even among alternatives, the choice is based on economic returns. uh, for example, benefits to society, again the benefits to the society that need to be assessed in project appraisal. Even income distribution in society, what type of, so here basically industries do the CSR activities, corporate social responsibilities. So under corporate social responsibilities, they do various types of social activities, and they help to the societies for their economic development or overall social development of the society by taking various aspects. So even employment generation, so through the entrepreneurship, again here the employment generation, and uh, the entrepreneur is going to create employability in the society. So these are the economic appraisals, or even effective use of resources, uh, level of investment. So these things has to be studied, the project appraisal. One, for example, if you take a small example, the stone crusher business, right? So output can be used for road construction. So obviously basic or major use of this business, that is the outputs, the product, right, of stone crusher business uh, uh, can be used for the road construction or production of polished granite, marbles, and that will be utilization of the products. And if the stone crush out of these the products will be exported in the foreign country, or maybe in national markets, so it will help in the economic growth of the country, because here we are contributing the economy of our country. So ultimately such things that need to be highlight, that has to be studied in the project appraisal. In financial appraisal, so it consists of two major areas. One is the cost of the projects and means of finalizing the projects. So even depth and equity. So here we have to consider the or we have to make assessment on the cost of the project. So even overall cost of the project, because it will help us by doing the financial activities, or preparing the proper plan for our business. Even the means of financial projects, so even depth and equity of our projects, even appraisal of the financial requirements, both fixed capital and working capital need to be properly made. So here again, here we need to properly distinguish and properly assess the uh, here uh, fixed capital as well as working capital, that will be required for our business. And initial level only, during the project appraisal, this study can be take place. Again, the financial appraisal, if you see the following components has involved. For example, capital required, right? So capital requirement of our projects, even revenue earning capacity of projects, right? So how much revenue we are going to generate out of this project, so that will be considered as a profitability of our projects. Even break even point, so at initial level only, during the project appraisal, right? So with respect to the final appraisal, the break even point of our product, that has to be calculated, and it is clearly mentioned in our project report, in detail project report, the break even point of our business. Even cash flow over time, even internal rate of returns, even payback period, risk, even return characteristics. So all the aspects which are related to the finance, or some kind of financial aspects, that has to be assessed during the financial appraisal of uh, our project. um, Next, that is the management appraisal. So management appraisal, here it's nothing but the management ability or competentness play an important role in making an enterprise success or failure, because here the competentness of management or entrepreneur. So here that also need to be assessed in project appraisal, because if we have everything with us, we have proper resources, we have finance, right, we have technology, we have proper place to set up our business, so we have all type of resources, but here the management body or the entrepreneur who is going to start the business, he is not competent enough, or he is not have the entrepreneurship qualities, and he's not enough to handle all these aspects of the business. So again, the failure of that respective business is chances of failure of that respective business is very high. So therefore the management ability or competitiveness here very important. If they have always positive, they have the entrepreneur qualities, and they are always try to take always dare to take calculated risk, and always they are very positive uh, about their business, and they are ready to handle any kind of problem, or overall they are competently enough, or they are complete to uh, run their business very successfully. So it will be very can say positive side of any business. So therefore the management appraisal again important step in the project appraisal. So in the absence of managerial competence, the project which are otherwise feasible may fail, right? So again there may be a high chances to fail the respective projects. Even you have very good idea, you have all types of resources, everything you have, but due to lacking in the competence or the qualities as entrepreneur qualities among the management or the entrepreneurs, so very high chances to uh, fail the business in the. So, on the contrary, even a poor projects may become successful one with good managerial ability. So that will be possible if even you have very poor projects. So you are lacking with various resources, or even you have not have sufficient maybe uh, good idea, or in short your project is poor at this stage, but you have very good manager skill or even entrepreneur skills. And so with the help of your skill, so you can make your business successful in future. So here managerial appraisal is very very essential to consider in the project appraisal. Even research studies report that most of the enterprise falls sick because of lack of managerial competence or mismanagement. So again here in India also, according to some research data, so more than 90% of startup they need to close their startup within 5 years of their starting. So here again it may be happen one of the major reason, that is the lacking the managerial competence or mismanagement of the entrepreneurs or management body. So these things cannot be ignored, right? And many entrepreneurs completely ignore to work on their themselves, and they simply don't try to improve their managerial skills, their entrepreneur skills. So many training programs are available. Even government also providing various entrepreneurship development training programs, and opportunities are there, and so many platforms are there. So as an entrepreneur, here we need to take the benefit of all these opportunities. Your management appraisal is purely qualitative and subjective in nature, right? So here we are not going to make any kind of compromise in the quality of the management appraisal. So it should be a qualitative as well as subjective in nature, while some other kinds of appraisal may be quantitative and objective in nature. So management appraisal is concerned with the appraisal of human qualities. So obviously whenever we are talking about the management appraisal, so here human beings are there, because management body maybe entrepreneurs, or maybe have they may have some kind of management body. So human qualities has to be considered, and here we need to try to improve the human qualities. So even banks and financial institutions also emphasize more on management while lending money to projects. So even if you go to any bank to seek the loan, so they mostly emphasize on the management, how they are competently enough, how the owner or maybe entrepreneur or management of that respective project is either they have the sufficient qualities or not, or how they competently enough to run the business fully in future. Or if they found that even you have very good idea, and even you have a very um, good market for your product in um, but again you if you are not competently enough, and they found that you are not able to handle the business, so they may simply reject your proposal also. So here the lending institute to looks at 2 points. So capacity to repay, right? So basically the lending institute, maybe banks or financial institutes or even venture capitalists, they think they look towards the 2 points. First is the capacity to repay, means assessed by technical, commercial, and financial appraisal, right? So they assess your technical as well as commercial as well as financial appraisal by studying the capacity to repay. Repay, either you are able to repay loan or not, and willingness to repay by assessed by the management appraisal. Even they also studied the either you really would like to pay repay the loan or not. So they will make the assessment of the management appraisal. So management appraisal depend upon the type of organizations, right? So here, if sole proprietorship is there, so proprietor is appraised. Yeah, even partnership firm is there, so partners are appraised. And private limited companies, so MDs or executive directors will appraised. In the case of public limited companies, so BODs, then CEOs, then functional managers, they appraised. So it's based on the type of your organization or type of your business. So uh, these are some parameters that involve in the management appraisal. For example, foresightedness of the entrepreneurs or management. So they always need to anticipate what will be happen, what might be happen in the future, right? So the imagination of the entrepreneur or management very good. So it should be very good, right? So here the anticipation qualities, imagination qualities of the entrepreneurs here uh, has to be considered. Even leadership qualities, management appraisal. So leadership qualities has considered, even integrity, even interpersonal relationship, even technical and financial skills, even commitment, even persistency. So these are some management some parameters that has considered during the management appraisal. So this is all about the project appraisal. So by considering all these appraisals, so here we will make the overall project appraisal, and we may lead to further establish our business. So in our today's session, we have learned about the project appraisal and how project appraisal is important, what are the various components of project appraisal, and various types of project appraisals that has included in the our overall project appraisal. And uh, by making the assessment of our projects, so we can make the good project appraisal, and we can move forward, start our business. So in our next lecture, we are going to study again very important topic, that is the plan. See you in next lecture. Thank you.